Hey, my friend, how's it going? I was thinking about what I wanted to share with you today. Now, what I'm going to share is going to be quite vulnerable, to be honest. Very raw, very real. But to paint the picture, have you seen that graphic that has been going through social media? You've seen it in many different contexts, whether it's written or a graphic. You've just been asked to stay at home. You haven't been asked to go to war. And when I thought about that, I was just like, yeah, that's so true. Yes, it is very true. You have just been asked to go home. You haven't been asked to go to war. There's no draft or anything like that. But let me paint it to you from the perspective of a military spouse. We are asked as military spouses, men and women, to stay at home, while our service member or a military spouse is asked to go to war. We are asked as military spouses to do the impossible. From anywhere from 4 months, 6 months, 12 months, 14 months. And we are expected to do this over and over and over again for the duration of that service member's career, however long they stay in the military. That doesn't even include work ops and field ops and training and all this kind of stuff. And we're also expected to face the very real reality that you have a 50-50 chance of them, one, coming home and you've got this great celebration. You know, all those videos you see and you cry and you bawl. And like me, I absolutely love them saying, Daddy, come home, or Mummy, come home. There's great big celebrations. But you also have the 50-50 chance of seeing your loved one in a funeral home. It's the reality. As a military spouse, you're asked to be mum and dad. You're asked to take care of everything 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the duration of that deployment. In very often cases, you don't have support from immediate family. They may be in another state, or they may be broken relationships, or they may be in another country. You don't have the financial resources to do everything that you would do if you're your military spouse, because whether you realize it or not, military, there's a lot of perks, but then there's also a lot of poverty, and a lot of military members actually go on deployments to earn more income so that they can potentially pay off debt. And in some great cases that does happen, but more often than not the money gets spent because of the feelings of the abandonment of the spouse, the feelings of guilt from the service member for leaving the spouse, and then if you add children in there too, you as a military spouse, the burdens that you are placed under, which you do not choose. It's so many. I could keep going on forever. What I encourage you, if you do happen to know a military spouse, man or woman, ask them how they got through deployments. Ask them for things that help them, because not all military, it's hard. It is hard. I've been through 6 military deployments, and one of them, my husband didn't come home to a celebration. I met him in a funeral home. So it's a real reality. Yes, you have only been asked to stay home. And yes, it is going to be hard and challenging. Yes, you are going to be stretched beyond your capacity. Yes, you're going to be pushed to your limits. Yes, your income is going to be restricted. Yes, you are going to feel very isolated because you're not going to have that social outlets. Yes, life as you know it has changed. Now, just like a military deployment comes to an end, so will COVID-19. You need to hold in there, hold on to hope, focus on what you do have and what you can do versus what you don't have and you can't do. You will drive yourself and your family bonkers if you focus on what you can't do and what you don't have. You need to focus on what you do have and what you can do and make the best of this time. Great things are going to come out on the other side. And I am not discrediting, I know people are suffering right now. I know people have great losses of income, whether it's personally or in a business. I'm not discrediting that at all. I understand that. I understand the feeling of a loss of financial support. When my husband died, I lost my provider. I had no income. I was still waiting for my legal status in America. My income was gone. Gone. Just gone. and that's another story I'll talk about on another time. But I do understand not having that financial support and that financial insecurity. I do understand that on so many different levels. I'm not discrediting that. It's beyond, and I don't pray or wish that upon anyone. I love you, my friend. We have, yes, been only asked to stay at home and to only go out for essentials. Get outside and get some exercise, to adhere to the law of the land and new protocols and sanitation and health regimes. But just like a military deployment will come to an end, so too will COVID-19. I hope this has been an encouragement to you. I hope this gives you hope. I had to lube myself up with a lot of oil. I put on Vevidia and Brain Power before I did this because I knew this was going to be quite emotional for me, and I also did some manual inhalation. I might do a little bit more because this is a tough topic to talk about. But yes, we have only been asked to stay at home. You have not been asked to go to war. But do not think this is a war. This is a war in many different... There's a war in the spiritual realm and in a practical sense. We are fighting a hidden enemy, and we collectively, as in our homes, in our communities, in our cities, in our states, and in our world, have to collectively do what we can to fight this hidden enemy. So my friend, I love you. I pray for you. I think of you. I am here for you. If you need someone to talk to, someone to just listen to you, I'm here for you. If you want me to pray for you, I can do that too. I love you, my friend. Believe this will not last forever. This too shall pass. Hold on to hope. Focus on what you can do and what you do have, not what you can't do and what you don't have. Blessings, my friend. I love you. Bye-bye.